tea is to the body as music is to the soul. So brew a cup of your favorite tea, take a deep breath, and enjoy this episode. It's your girl, Candy Hustle, and you're now tuned in to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. Let's go. What's good, DCWA fam? Welcome to 2026. Happy New Year. And by this week, you should actually wrap it up saying that to everybody. That greeting is done, I think, right? Unless your New Year starts February 1st, then I respect it, so proceed. Now, last episode, which was in December, my guest co-host and I, we did like the end of the year wrap up, and we talked about the craziness of 2025. And at the end, I asked them to share a word for 2026. And of course, I shared mine. So if you haven't listened to that episode, if you want to laugh and all that good stuff, check it out. It is called the 2025 Rewind. It was great. Shout out to Kevin and Tracy for being my guest co-host. But anyway, I set my word for 2026. I said two, but I'll give you this one here because it ties in with this episode. I said my word for 2026 will be calmness, right? I want to focus on that word today because I chose that word because I can be a little turned up. You know what I mean? I live my truth. If you don't live your truth, shame on you. But I am who I am wholeheartedly. And I don't apologize for it, but I do like to work on it because at the end of the day, I feel like if you are aware of certain things and you want to correct it, that's a good thing, right? So I am working on being a little bit more calmer because when you're calm, you can make better decisions, right? When you turns up, you're all over, raging, right? So I want to enter my nonchalant era because, baby, I can be real chalant. I want to be nonchalant, like, that's cool. Like how people be like, yeah, that's chill. I want to be like that. I'll be like, I'm cool, and I'm about to cut you off, your mother off, your brother off, your sister off. They're like, I thought you said you was cool. My cool is different than your cool. It's like icy hot. But anyway, we're working on that. So I wanted to go ahead and start to add tea into my diet, right? Because tea is like very calming, right? I want to meditate and I want to sip tea and mind the business that pays me. It includes celebrities' business. I don't care about locals or, Nene from the hood or anything like that. But, I'm going to be all up in the celebs' business because that's what I do, respectfully. So speaking of sipping on tea, today I'm going to sit down with the brilliant mind behind one of Atlanta's beloved tea brands. It's called Just Add Honey Tea Company, right? So if you're ever walking down the Beltline and you've possibly visited their Sweet Auburn location, the vibe is like warm and intentional and rooted in community. And the reviews on Google, because I look at those Google reviews, they support all of what I'm saying. Like she has like 5 stars. People knocked off 1 star over like little corny stuff like, oh, you didn't have croissants today. Like, girl, was the tea good? Was the vibe there? Give her 5 stars. Don't be petty. Anyway, what I'm saying is Brandi is that girl. Yeah, Brandi Shelton. She also is known by the name Tea Lady, right? We're going to talk about how she got that name too. And she has spent like nearly 2 decades blending Southern charm with global tea culture. So she launched in 2006. She has grown the company from like a weekend hobby, right? So she's getting paid from that hobby. She turned her passion into profit. And she has a thriving retail cafe, an e-commerce shop, and a wholesale brand that features like, restaurants. It's in restaurants and in hotels and all that good stuff. So she's here. She's going to talk about it. She's also been featured in Essence, the New York Times, Black Enterprise, MSNBC, Travel Noir, and a dozen other outlets. And she's also now here on mine, Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. Hey, Brandi.
Hey there, Candy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you today.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. And y'all, she is about her motherhood because before she arrived, she had to drop the son off to, what is it, soccer?
Soccer practice.
Yes, soccer. Are you excited about the World Cup coming here?
I really am.
Yes.
In terms of tea is the second most enjoyed beverage in the world. So around the world, everybody drinks tea. I can go on and on, like how in Morocco they leave an extra cup because they expect you to bring a friend. Or in India, if you go to a roadside just to grab a newspaper, you're going to probably sit down and have chai with a stranger and leave as friends. So all the different countries that are going to be visiting Atlanta, they're going to get just that, honey. And so we're going to find what is special to their country, and we're going to mix those ingredients with intention and create a blend so that they feel like they're at home with a little bit of Southern charm.
Oh, y'all see how she's on it? So when you got the word that they were coming, your brain started to like spin, right?
Already.
OMG, a girl that just reminds me of myself. Like you get excited, and that means that your brand and your vision was meant to come because things flow, right? God gave you that vision, or whomever, you believe in, respectfully. And they gave you that vision, and now you're just on go. And then nothing is forced. Everything flows.
Yeah, and that's what I love. That's why it's lasted almost 2 decades because I never get bored. And I find new and exciting ways to bring tea to people's doorsteps, to their friendships, to their rituals, to their new year, new words, new lives, and to reincorporate it in a way that feels different, feels natural, doesn't feel fussy, and feels like a real thing that they can incorporate every single day versus on special occasions or when they're sick.
Right. And I think you're elaborating on it a little bit, but I want to go ahead and just jump right into those good questions that we have for you because I want to respect your time because the shop is going to be opening today at what time?
We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day except for Monday.
What? So you're already open, but you're just going in.
We're here.
A little later as the owner.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes. I like to show up for our customers because they show up for us. We have amazing customers. Our team is dope as well.
Yes. Shout out to the team.
Yes. But our customers, we know their dogs' names. We've seen their babies be born. We've been at their weddings. We've been in and out of their lives. And so I can't always be there, but when I can put myself on the schedule, I make myself a team member as well.
I love it. So you don't function on the standard business hours of people adjust on Sunday, say we're gonna do noon. You go, people need their tea at the start of the morning. That's very important.
Well, it also becomes confusing, right? You know, if you say Monday through Thursday, 7 to 3, Wednesday, 5 to 6. So that's how reviews or customers can, oh, wait a minute, it's Thursday. I done drove all the way up here and now they're not here. So the consistency in the time, we have consistency in pricing, those kind of consistent things that customers expect, or they're little treats that they don't even know that make a difference in their routines or in their lives, or something that we just naturally built into our brand.
So that's like foundation.
Yeah.
And if you build it, they will come.
Yes.
And they will remain.
Yes.
I like that. So let's move forward. Almost 20 years ago, Just Add Honey came to your mind. I want to take this from hobby and I want to make this a business. When did you realize that you can make it into a business?
So I thought of the name in 2003, actually.
Okay.
I love making stuff. I love crafting all the things. And tea just stuck the way it feels to hold a cup. It feels very grounding, a warm cup. And being able to have endless possibilities and combinations of flavors was very intriguing to me. And so 2006 was when I actually took the leap and started at a small local boutique for women that allowed me to sell my wares there. Then we moved into doing farmers markets. Then we started doing festivals. Then we tried our hand at trade shows. And I hired a Craigslist salesperson.
Ooh.
Now I'm dating myself, right?
Remember Craigslist?
And
Wow.
about 11 and a half, 12 years ago, an opportunity was presented to me to open a pop-up brick and mortar. And I said, oh, this might be fun. 3 months, no obligation, no commitment. I'll get in, see what people say, and go back to my everyday life. And they extended the 3 months because the commitment that they had was to it was to bring traffic to a part of town. And they hadn't finished doing their part on bringing the traffic to their part of town. So they extended the 3 months to 6 months. And we were able to see traction in that 5-month mark. And so, and this was pre-social media being what it is today. So it was a lot of word of mouth, more festivals, more pop-ups in other places. And from that traction, then they said, do you want to sign a lease? And I said, well, sure. Yeah, let's try our hand at retail.
Okay.
Let's do something a little bit different. Let's do a retail cafe. So we have the things on the shelves that you can purchase, but you can also buy a cup to take home with you, and or a cup to enjoy while you're walking the streets of Atlanta. And it just allows you to sample before you commit. And then that 1 year turned into a 2 year, turned into opening another location, turned into opening another location, and here we are.
Amen. I love it. And I want to ask you this because you mentioned something, you said something like my wares. So if I found out the correct information, you studied fashion design in London. Is that accurate?
Yeah, so it's called AIU, American Intercontinental University, and it was here in Atlanta. At the time, the location was in Buckhead on Peachtree. And so I attended that in the evening while I was a full-time banker in the daytime.
Oh, wow.
And then it got to the point where I needed to graduate. So I started taking day classes. And while taking day classes, I was able to take a quarter abroad in London. And so taking a quarter abroad in London, I was able to see third spaces. So that's your tea houses, your indie smoked out coffee houses, your kind of poetry, like European places where people connected that were locals, not a tourist attraction. And I loved how you can escape the hustle and bustle and you can just be yourself for that moment. And that was very appealing to me. So I wanted that back in the States in between being a wardrobe stylist and a prop stylist. And I didn't feel like it existed in its entirety. And I didn't put the two and two together at the time. I just made tea. And so when the opportunity for the pop-up came, the retail cafe felt like a beautiful marriage to offer that to the customer, a place where you can just be yourself and have a cup of tea. Tea was associated with lace or pomp and circumstance or afternoon tea or like the Bridgerton-like image that you think of. And I wanted people to know that you can enjoy tea in a casual manner that didn't require all of that fanciness.
Right. So I was going to ask, like, how did that experience shape your approach to tea? And I think you touched on it a bit.
Yeah.
But being in London and they're just like, it's just known like, what is it? Like, what do they call it? Scones and tea.
Oh, that's
and
a good
all,
impression. I like that.
Yeah, I do my accents there. But yeah, like my scone and my tea. And they're all like uppity with it. No shade, but I love it. But you were like really there and saw the tea culture in a sense because we drink tea here in America, but they really do tea there. It's like a whole big fancy ordeal, like, and so you put your own spin on it, I feel, here in Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, I was a debutante, and
Okay.
so I know all of the etiquette that went into it. So when I went to Selfridges for afternoon tea, or I went to the Mandarin Hotel for afternoon tea, I knew the part and I knew how to play it. But sometimes I don't want to sit up straight. Sometimes I might want to hear a little Erica Badu when I'm drinking a cup of tea versus
Right.
classical music. And both are wonderful and they both have their place, but they didn't coexist.
Right.
And so I wanted to
Merge them?
I wanted to create what I wanted.
Okay.
And so in creating what I wanted, I found the people that wanted it too.
Nice. So your grandmother in New Orleans, because you're from New Orleans.
Yes.
Yo, it's not Nolans, so don't ever say Nolans because I be saying Nolans and that's outdated like Hotlanta. So don't say it. Just be like Nola. They like Nola, right?
You just say New Orleans.
No, we want to sound cool.
But when I
Brandy.
say New Orleans, then I sound like I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, out of towners like to say.
But if
like,
you
cool
say
stuff.
Nola, you got to say like Nola, baby.
Like
you
Nola,
got to say
baby.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I can say it.
Yeah, you got to say it like that.
Yeah. So yeah. But look, your grandmother.
I'm gonna hear this again and cringe.
Do not cringe. Y'all always do that. Y'all sound amazing. Y'all just be in your head too much. But grandma.
Yes.
In New Orleans,
Uh-huh.
she plays a big role with like the herbs and the tea. What do you remember most about those moments?
It was both of my grandmothers. I was
Both? Wow.
blessed. I had a grandmother that was born in 1908, and she made these tea cakes. And to this day, nobody knows the recipe. But there was, I know, they were this kind of buttery shortbread, amazing tea cake. She had herbs in her backyard. She was just a lady without trying. She had beautiful china, just an impeccable woman. And then my other grandmother, she made us iron everything, linen, tablecloths, napkins, you name it. We set the table. We crossed at our ankles. I mean, we embodied the debutante Southern lifestyle through her. And so both of those women, and my mom, we called her the Black Martha Stewart. She was just, she said paper plates are for picnics. So just those women, along with all kind of other women, but those women shaped and are shown up in Just That Honey in ways that are just unforgettable.
I love that. So you were pretty much made for this. Like you were shaped like Princess, well, not Princess, sorry, please don't go in on me, but Queen Elizabeth. Remember how she was like prepared for her role and everything? Like, you were prepared for this and you really didn't have any idea, but then everything came full circle once you arrived.
Yeah, and to your point, when you were talking about your word and that stillness, I was able to see, those flashes of each of them and parts of my childhood and how it has shaped and created who Just Add Honey is today. Even our chicken salad, our chicken salad that we have in our store, it's my mom's recipe.
Wow.
Even our tea parties, our team knows they have to iron every single napkin before it goes to sit on a table. So all of that, those little touches that were instilled in me show up to our customers as well.
That's a blessing. And I love that you mentioned that things were passed down because it feels like now, no shade to any parent, but I just feel like that is getting lost. Like what are children learning? What are parents instilling? We're relying a lot on, the technology, and it's just like, all right, do you have a connection with your kids? Are you guys like putting the phones down and still, eating dinner in some type of form or fashion? It don't have to necessarily be at a table, but like, are you setting up and then, how was your day? What's going on? Talking to them, because the kids really be going through a lot, and then you find out about what they're going through on like these little challenges they have, like, Mom, you didn't love me. Like, well, where the hell was I? Why didn't you tell me? Because I don't talk anymore. You know what I mean? Communication is very important. And to know that you had that connection with your grandparents and everything like that. You're a mom to 2 sons. Do you all have close relationships?
Oh, extremely. Those are my buddies. But
Okay,
as
great.
to that point, as an entrepreneur, I do have seasons. There are seasons. I'm blessed that I'm able to make my own schedule, but sometimes that schedule is on overload. So
Okay.
I can only imagine a parent that has to work 9 to 5 and probably like a 5 to 9. It may be that they are 2 passing ships with their children because they're just trying to make ends meet, right? Versus myself, I can be present sometimes on the front end, but which it does happen. Like I tell my kids, I'm always try and make you breakfast, but I might not be home for dinner because I know I might have to stay late for work. But then when the quality time does come in, the phones are put away for all of us and we make it count 120%. And then there's times where I'm love bombing them and I'm always 100% into whatever they are doing. And now, and I keep going back to my team because they allow Just Add Honey to be who they are and they allow me as an owner to be who I am. I'm able to be present at their swim meets. I'm able to be present at their soccer games and sit in front of you, you know? So
Yeah.
I think it's, it can be a roller coaster sometimes and a juggle. And I have a partner and it still is like, okay, you take this one, I take that one, kind of energy.
But didn't parents work back in the day, though?
Uh,
Did not, like, our moms worked and our parents worked. I think they worked a little bit
and then
like
that's when
harder. Also, I don't
that's
know.
when my grandmother stepped in.
But that's another thing. Boom. Grandmas don't
Boom.
want to be grandmas now. They want to be grandmas. That's a whole nother chapter. We're going to sip that
Right,
tea
right.
later.
Put a pin in that one.
Right. Sip that tea later. Clock that tea. But look, now you're also known as the tea lady. What does that nickname mean to you and how was it like created? Did you give
Can I tell
yourself
you?
that name?
Can I? Yeah, I gave myself that name.
Oh, hey. Own it. Okay. So when did you say, I want to be called the tea lady? When did you take it?
It's my alter ego.
Okay.
It's my Sasha Fierce.
It's your Sasha Fierce. Okay.
I love to talk to people, but sometimes small talk is really hard for me. As an Aquarius, I love meaningful conversations. And if we're going to have a conversation, I want to talk about something that we both are going to leave something with. So the tea lady was my alter ego. So if you're going to talk to me, I'm probably going to talk about tea.
Okay. That makes sense. And I actually was just talking to my niece about that. She's really shy. Shout out to Rai Rai. Hi, Rylan. She normally has she's destined for a big personality, but she has to walk into it eventually, get into it. But she's so shy and she has a beautiful voice. So we're trying to we'll sing, even with me being her aunt. Her mother's my best friend. So you know how that goes. And so we're just singing, and she's so shy. The shyness is just And so I was telling her about Beyonce, how she was known to be shy, and she created an alter ego, which is Sasha Fierce, that comes up and she puts it on, but then she goes back into her little shyness later. And I was just work on that. She's 11, and so I'm gonna tell her that you have a alter ego called the Tea Lady, and you come alive when you talk about tea.
Absolutely.
I love it. All right. So what's one thing people get wrong about tea?
We try not to shame anybody about tea, and so we find a subtle way to educate, but herbal tea is not tea.
It's not?
No, honey.
God damn you. I've been sipping the wrong tea.
Yeah, so rooibos, hibiscus, peppermint, that's the oat milks of tea. Anything that comes from the Camellia sinensis bush is technically tea.
Okay, Camellia.
So you don't have to remember it, but That's your black tea, your green tea, your oolongs, your pu'ers, your white teas, your yellow teas. Those are true teas. Everything else is called a tisane or an herbal, and we throw it under the word tea because the process of adding hot water and steeping it and drinking it is still the same, and the results look like a cup of tea, but it is technically not tea.
What the heck? So what about that green tea that people drink? I'm going to go get me some green tea.
Green tea is tea.
Period.
But herbal tea, like if it's
like Lipton.
No, Lipton is a tea because it's generally a black tea. But herbal tea, think of like your sleepy time.
Oh, okay.
Those are caffeine-free herbal teas.
Okay.
Think of peppermint.
Oh, okay. Those aren't real
Sorrel.
teas. Okay, I got you.
Your hibiscus, your rooibos from South Africa. Those are not true teas.
True teas.
Under the guise of tea.
Okay. So make sure you are reading the labels.
It will still say tea, just like almond milk says almond milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's coming from almonds, not a cow.
Mm-hmm.
Versus whole milk was like the original milk.
Mm-hmm.
Tea, the original tea comes from the Camellia sinensis bush.
Right. So if you want authentic, like real tea, if I'm understanding you correctly, you would want to get it from a certain brand, or you want to make sure it says something. Like, how do you know you're getting the best quality of tea? I guess that's what I'm asking.
That's a whole nother conversation. But if you think, like, we're talking about plants at this point.
Okay.
And so the Camellia sinensis plant produces true tea, and everything else is its own plant.
Its own plant.
Yes.
Okay,
that
was
be
a
called
simpler
tea.
way for me to understand it. Okay. Now, what are some health benefits you like to share about tea?
They're all different depending on what you're enjoying. At Just Add Honey, we always tout flavor first and benefits second. But it depends on what kind of benefits you're looking for.
Okay.
New year, new me. People love to ask for a detox, but you have one body with several parts. So we always like to ask, what part are you detoxing? Because you could be detoxing your liver, your gut, your blood. And so there are different teas or herbs that will support the flushing or the renewal of cells to support that versus just an overall, just kind of like a refresh or a restart. There's teas to help with your lady parts. There are teas to help with relaxation. There's teas to help calm anxiety. There's teas to support digestion. So there's a little, if there's something, we always say there's a tea for that.
Nice.
Yeah. So the herbs, the teas, they all work together to, I won't say heal, but support your wellness journey.
Your wellness journey. I like that. So, Brandi, you are the tea lady. You know what I really thought your company was? Just like a tea, like tea. No, you have different levels of tea. So when I come in, because I saw you had different names for your blends, I'm thinking it's just like cute little names. Oh, okay, yeah, like, oh, I want to pick that. No, this is different, like, areas. Like you said, if you want to detox, if you want to do this, we need to be connecting with you. She's the plug. Y'all stop drinking that ballerina tea from the beauty supply store, messing up your insides.
There's ballerina tea?
You don't know about ballerina tea?
Maybe my algorithm is different.
Girl, this has been out since back in the day. All right, so ballerina tea is in a green box, and it's from China, but it's in the beauty supply stores typically, and it cleans you out typically. You can say it in the mic.
I haven't been to a beauty supply store.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So it's in a beauty supply store, and it's in the cut. And so people drink it and it makes you use the bathroom. But instead of but it's really
It's
crampy.
probably really abrasive
Oh
and
my
not
God,
good for
yes.
your body.
No, people shouldn't drink because of holding the side of that little thing looking like Kevin.
And just full of senna leaves.
Yes, and it's really harsh. So I used to try it back in the day, but people want to drink it back in the
Yikes,
day when you
sis.
want to get like, the whole snatch thing, whatever, before that word
But
arrives.
aren't you dehydrated afterwards?
You probably are, but you know how it is. People just want what they want to try to look. But now we need to come to you. So y'all don't drink the ballerina tea. Don't drink any teas that will cause the like a laxative tea in a sense. Come to Brandi. Just add honey.
There are teas that
They're not getting the right ones, Brandi. I'm trying to tell you.
like rose petals. Rose petals are a natural laxative.
They don't know that. They
Well,
go into
come
the
see
exactly. I'm
us
trying to
and we'll
help
tell
you. Yeah, you don't push them to the other people. Tell them come see you.
And senna leaves are as well, but one in moderation, two not. But it needs to be with other things to support it, and your diet also matters, and you need to replenish and hydrate.
Go see Brandi so she can educate you all about if you're going to do the teas. She's really gentle. Her energy is very amazing as well. Yeah, stop drinking that ballerina tea. I'm going to pull it up on Google. Hold on.
She's falling.
You're still being recorded. We're going to keep that.
Oh.
People get loose, think he in here. No, we still recording you. Nah.
Okay,
I'm
back up here.
All right, so let me ask you this. You already mentioned how you came up with the brand name. And did you tell us how you came up with the brand name?
No,
you just told us when.
I promise it's not complicated.
Oh, okay, my bad. So how did you come up with the brand name? And how do you come up with the names for your blends?
Totally. So my mother's name is Jean, and the name of the tea company prior to her passing was like tea, etc., tea something, tea this, tea that. And after she passed, I wanted to incorporate her name or a little bit of her spirit in it. And the J in her name kind of came to me. I made the logo. And so the J in her name came to me, and it was like, oh, just add honey. Well, no, just add sugar. No, that sounds boring. Just add honey. Oh, that sucked. Done. Just add honey. But then I had to add the word tea company because people thought we were a honey company and were asking where our hives were located when they were calling our phone number.
Hi, do you have any local hives? Are the bees loco?
Exactly. And so in terms of the names, some of them are from travels. So like a Moroccan mint is just that. It's very similar to the tea that you enjoy in Morocco, a green tea with lots of spearmint. Or the farmer's market, it is hibiscus with cucumber, tomatoes, lemon, lime, oranges, and apples. And that is produce that we used to trade with farmers at the farmer's market.
What?
So some of the names are based on real life, and then some are like trying to choose fingernail polish names or lipstick names. They're just fun and exciting.
Wow, I didn't know that tea can. Ooh, what's tea, sis? This is tea, sis. I love it.
But some tea names have to be named after the region where they're grown. So like a Darjeeling is just like champagne. The grapes from Champagne, France can only be called that because that's where it's from. Same thing with a Darjeeling or an Assam. It's from Assam, India, or like Sri Lanka before it was colonized. It was called now I just drew a blank. But so that is named after the exact place where it is grown.
Okay, so you can't change it. You have to keep it that name.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Ceylon.
Ceylon.
That was the name of Sri Lanka before it was colonized.
Let me tell you the type of people I bring on my podcast. I told you we're going to inform you, inspire you. And Dope chicks with ambition. Like, come on now, don't play with me. All right. So, how do you balance family life with entrepreneurship? Or will you okay, let me do this. I'll always rate how you balance it from 1 to 10.
It depends on the day. In the summertime, it's horrible
Is it a 2?
it's definitely a 2.
Oh.
Because they don't, unless they're in a camp or an activity, they don't have to be anywhere. So
Okay.
I have to force myself to get, I have to put something on the schedule to get me out of the house.
Okay, so it's a 2
It's
in the
totally
summer.
a 2 in the summer. So, if they don't have to be somewhere at 7:30, I'm up, but I'm not out the house. But throughout the year, they help shape my schedule. I know at the store I have to cut my day off at 5 o'clock because I have to pick up one, or one is a rock climber and a drummer, so I have to pick him up from the rock climbing gym or drop him off at swim practice, or so their schedules dictate my numbers. And my husband is an amazing partner, so we just divide and conquer, and we live by our calendars.
Shout out to hubby. And he is your business partner as well, correct?
He became my business partner, yes, in
Yes.
2016.
Did you have to ask, or did he say, hey, I want to join you?
So I was headed to Costa Rica to do a tea blending class. I had just finished speaking on stage for Southern Living magazine. I had the retail cafe. I was still nursing a child, and I was burnt out. And while in Costa Rica, I told him I was not going to come back for a little while. I was going to stay a little bit longer. So I went to Costa Rica. I took surfing lessons. I went to Panama. I just vegged out. And when I came back, he was like, "You are doing the most. I've decided I'm going to quit my job and help you." And I was like,
Oh,
"That's not what I meant." But yeah, he's the business partner I never asked for, but the best one ever. And it took us a minute to learn our roles and learn how to coexist together as business partners and husband and wife. But he has definitely made the business better. Now that we have figured it out, we operate in a healthy space, and shout out to him.
shout out to him. I love that for you. And I love that you said that, it was a little rocky, but you worked through it.
Yeah.
A lot of times people give up, and you guys just saw it through. And now look where you are, healthy space.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, did you receive funding, if you don't mind sharing the types of funding? Was it like loans through a bank or grants when you first started your business? And was there any challenges that you faced?
I think our story is a little different because I didn't start out to be a business, if that makes any sense. I started out as a really fun hobby. And so I was able to fund my hobby myself. And
There we
because
go.
I was a stylist, and I had a decent income that allowed me to buy the things and create the brand that we started with. And so I did all of that myself initially. And so as the hobby grew, out of my perseverance and persistence of just the hobby and the customer's request of the product, then I saw it as a business. But I didn't initially see it as a business. Some people start and like, I am starting a tea company. I did say that, but I didn't start it to be who I am today. And so sometimes I wear the 20 years as a badge of honor, but sometimes I see myself as just getting started in other places, because I didn't set out to be a brand. But no, to answer that question in terms of funding, other than like maybe like a micro grant here and there from requesting it. And then, of course, COVID was very, very supportive of Black businesses, small businesses, businesses in Atlanta. It has been self-funded, so we don't owe anyone.
Wow. Again, this is all aligned. It was meant to be because it's just flowing for you. Like you said, you didn't have to ask for too much of the funding. You got grants if you needed it. And you said your grandmothers, are they still with us or have they gone on?
No, my mother's mother passed when I was 22 and my dad's mom passed when I was 36.
So you have your guardian angels. They're watching over you, making sure everything is
and
good.
And my mom.
Yeah, and then when did your mom pass?
When I was 27.
27. Okay.
When I started I started just at Honey right after she passed.
You started just after she passed. Okay, I thought she was still alive because you were mentioning something about wanting to keep her name or something.
Yeah. So
okay.
she was sick, but she had passed.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have people that are with you, girl. So they making sure that you are covered, things are getting through, and this is just the honey. I love it. Now, you are the BB. Get it, baby? Is that whack? Okay, never mind. All right, guys. I know. I'm going to stick to podcasting.
I see where you're going with it.
I was trying. Okay. I'm going to stick to podcasting. All right. So, Atlanta has embraced Just Add Honey in such big ways. What does building a tea brand in the city mean to you?
Atlanta is dope. Like, your name says it all, right? You are, Atlanta has so many pockets and places and people that are so supportive of just brands in general. I can rattle off the Gathering Spot, the Village Microfund, Village ATL, Buy from a Black Woman. I don't want to miss anybody because there's so many wonderful humans that say our names and so many other names when we're not even in the room. And so that offers opportunities for everyone to win. And even when I think about tea, there's other tea companies here in Atlanta, and I have their phone numbers in my phone because I believe that we all offer something. Yeah, we all offer tea, but the way we offer it is completely different. Like, we're not two white shirts. Like, you have more than one white shirt in your closet, what I like to say. And the customer base is also very supportive. If you think about your day, most of your day is supporting small business, where you get your hair done or cut, where you grab your lunch, where you grab your cup of tea or coffee, where you pick up your dinner, sometimes who your soap is from. All of those things are probably where you work out. Most of those things are probably from an amazing small business here in Atlanta. And what's defined as a small business, is under 500 employees, and sometimes it's under 100 here in Atlanta. But if the support exists, and there are their challenges, but there are way more pros than cons here in Atlanta than a DC or a New York or a New Orleans or even a LA.
Nice. Now, you mentioned that Atlanta's dope. And there's like a dope event that goes on at High Museum First Fridays. It's called Frequency Fridays. It is a dope experience. If you see it on social media, everyone's always looking like, wow, what's going on? It's at a museum. They're partying at a museum. And I had went before a few times, actually went twice. And I'm walking, looking at the art because I love art. And I see Just Add Honey in the cup. People are sipping Just Add. I'm like, oh, tea at the museum during this time? I thought they would just have like bubbly. Come to find out, it's not just regular tea. Talk about that collaboration.
Yeah, we'll find a way to add tea to anything, yes. Even in the museum. So yes, High Frequency Fridays is one of the many activations and experiences that the High Museum offers. And with that, it's called high frequency. So we have tea with CBD in it to kind of create an elevated experience for the customer. And that CBD is from a husband and wife farm out of Colorado.
Okay. Now, can someone get the CBD at Honey's locations?
Yes, we have a couple of different strains of CBD at our Beltline location, and it's the shake. So the shake is the CBD in its most original form, and before it becomes like a tincture or a gummy or anything else.
Okay. Now, do you jump on trends? Like, everybody's doing like matcha and all of that. Can you do a matcha tea, or those are two separate things?
No, in terms of like trends, we have trendy moments in a traditional way. So matcha has become a trend, but we've always had matcha because it is a type of tea.
Oh, okay.
It is a green tea that is pulverized into powder form. So it's higher concentrated caffeine in green tea, and the preparation of it, we still do it in its like traditional form, like in Japanese style with the matcha whisk and the bowl, the way we serve it. And then the trendy part of it is we might have syrups to support the matcha. So last March we did a strawberry rosemary syrup to go with it. Or in August we do a blue matcha to kind of talk about summer blues, like you're dreading the summer ending. And so it is matcha with butterfly pea flower. And so it makes it turn blue. So
fire.
that's the trendy thing that we do to it, but it still stays true to the tea portion of it.
Nice. Okay. Now, are you doing anything for Women's History Month? Do you?
Yeah, so we have partnered with a young lady who has a brand called Toss, and they're bags of little baggies for feminine hygiene to toss. So every customer will get one free in March. And then we have a tea that we will have for Women's History Month as well.
I need to get my own tea. We'll need to talk about this eventually because I'm tea.
We do private label and custom blending and branding for you. So we can get you a dope chick tea.
Yeah, make them because when you drink it, you'll feel like a dope chick. Yeah.
Or you can what's the tea sis or something. We can hook you up.
Yeah, we can. Let's talk about that because I love to have my own tea, and then my supporters can come and support your shops and say, I want the dope chick with ambition tea or something. I don't know. All right, so all right, so what inspires you after 20 years? How do you stay inspired? Because most people be looking like after 5, I'm out of here.
I find different ways of inspiration by like the World Cup or life, or a customer will travel somewhere and say, I had this where when I was at this place, can you recreate it? Or I find different ways of experiences, find little trends to stay current. And I just love, I really, really love tea, and I haven't gotten bored yet. And I travel and meet the farmers. So in June, I was in Japan, and I was able to see that leaf to cup experience. So I'm able to educate myself even more for my customers and still see something new. Like there's this new tea I've never had before, and it was just the stems. It wasn't even the leaves.
Wow.
So we brought back that to the United States, and that will be on the shelves in the coming weeks. So like I will find a way to keep myself entertained with tea.
I love it. And you mentioned something about leaf, and I want to segue into Leaf to Launch, How to Create a Tea Company Steeped in Success by Brandi Shelton. So you're also an author.
Yes.
Go girl. And she brought me a gift. Guys, hold on. Let me take my gift out. It's so beautiful. Hold on. This is real tea time. I got a box. And the boxing, I love the packaging and the branding. Brandy on the branding. Just add honey tea company. It's very simple and very, in your face. But not being in your face. You feel me? What do I have here? Oh, I have my loose leaf tea, Earl Grey cream. That's going to be nice. And then I have Awake. I need some of that. Green and yerba
Mate.
mate tea.
Yes.
Okay.
So yerba mate is technically not a tea. It's an herb from South America, and it's high in caffeine, so it'll get you going.
Okay, so on days I feel like I need a boost, I should
It'll
take
keep
this.
you awake.
It'll
See,
keep me
that's where the
awake.
name came from.
Got you. And then this one here, this is the tea.
Yes.
Okay, this
so
is
that's
my
a black tea
Black
with
tea.
oil of bergamot. And so that's a traditional Earl Grey. And then why it's called Earl Grey cream, the creamy part is we add vanilla and cornflower petals to it. So it has like a creamy finish that makes it like a decadent cup of hot tea in the morning.
I love it. This is nice. And I'm excited about this. So let me ask you, if someone wants to enter the tea company, what would you suggest? Any tips for anyone interested in opening like a tea shop or just, doing what you do if they can?
Yeah, so grab a book.
Grab the book.
Yeah, so the book Leaf to Launch was from the Can I Pick Your Brain? Or I've always wanted to start a tea company, or I teach entrepreneurship for Junior Achievement and other companies in the past. And it is a workbook / journal / my own personal journal. So it tells a little bit about how we started or the things that we did to be who we are today. Because our story is a little unconventional, like I shared. And it has pages where you are to write in it yourself and reflect and find what you want for yourself, like who is your customer. So the first thing I would tell people to do is figure out what your why is, why you're even doing this or starting whatever journey, business, entrepreneurship journey in the first place. If it's a quick hustle, well, then let's figure out how to get cash real quick. If it is something that you are really passionate about, then you need to do your homework before you launch anything, because while herbs are healing, they can be harming if you put the wrong two herbs together.
Wow.
So those are the kind of things I would ask the person across from me, and then support them in that journey so that they can be their best selves.
This is wonderful. And I mean, I'm not interested in, launching a tea business, but I would possibly just replace tea and put the space I want to be in.
Totally. And that's what it says in the intro. Like, take the word tea out and you can put soap, you can put T-shirts, you can change the name, and the book is still applicable.
I love it. And then here, I'm just on page 20. I love this one here. It's part of the define your direction, vision, clarity, your blend, your pace, your vision. Your direction will look different from your neighbors. And that's not just okay, it's essential. That's key, because a lot of times with social media, you'll compare. And comparison is a thief of joy. You know what I mean? You'll be happy in your life, and then you'll open up social media like, she got married. Maybe love isn't your season right now. Maybe you just got to focus on you.
Yes.
So don't ever let anything, discourage you. Focus on your focus.
Yeah, because if I think I'm a runner sometimes. And if I look backwards, I'm going to trip. So I have to follow my course.
Yeah.
If I look left or if I look right, I slow down. So I just have to look in front of me and worry about my left and my right foot, and my race, my pace.
Your race, your pace. And just two more things, and I'm going to let you go. Name 5 celebrities, if you can, that you would like to invite to a tea party if you were to have one.
the owner of Jenny's Ice Cream.
I love Jenny's.
So maybe she's not a celebrity, but she is in my
to you,
head.
yeah. Or anyone that you're inspired by, anyone that you would like to have that, you know.
Who else is coming to my tea party? My mom.
Mommy.
Yes. 3 more people. Jeez, and I had this too.
We have to make a couple of them a celeb just so that people
just a celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's her name?
Oprah?
No, what's her name? The girl from
Here I go.
Blackish, who then went to that little college show. Yard.
Yep, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I would invite her because I think she is so dope.
Okay.
And I love her brain. And then who else I would invite?
It's an exclusive party.
Right? Everybody can't get in.
Everybody can't get that tea, honey.
Everybody can't get in. And then the other 2 celebrities. Yeah, I don't want Oprah to come. Because I think she would hog the conversation. I like her. I like her a whole lot.
No, I was just throwing names because you were stuck. So I wasn't saying Oprah.
Yeah. I don't want her to hog the conversation because I want everybody to get a chance to talk over a cup of tea. Michelle could come though.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, she.
I knew you were
come.
gonna say Michelle.
I like her a lot.
Oprah, we still love you.
Yeah, I don't. I still love her.
Yeah,
but Michelle. I mean, we only have 5 people. If we had 10, Oprah could come. Because then she could talk to her neighbor. But if it's just 5 people,
Oprah,
okay.
That's Brandi who's saying that, not me. But go ahead.
And then the 5th person would be Reese Witherspoon.
I love Reese.
Right?
You go here?
Huh?
Reese Witherspoon?
Oh, you go here?
Yeah. I go to Harvard.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies, Legally Blonde.
Yeah. You go here?
Yeah. He was like, I go to Harvard. Yes, Warner. I'm sorry, I can go to movies really easily.
Sorry. Okay, so then
a bonus?
No, that means Jenny's got to get up and Tracy got to sit down.
Tracy who?
Tracy Ross, Ellis Ross.
Oh, okay. So
yes.
Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny
I wanted
to
to be
up.
Celebrity based anyway.
Yeah, so Jenny, but my mama can't get up.
Wait, no, mom has to stay.
Yeah, mom has to stay, but
Jenny has to go.
Yeah, Jenny has to go. Yaya stays.
So it's well rounded.
Yeah, it's well rounded. It's all women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good party.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Reese for diversity. Then we have mom.
DEI. Reese is my DEI.
We have mommy.
Yes.
Because she made you and this won't be nothing without her.
She's going to help me set the table too, and she's going to be like the guest of honor.
Oh, there you go. We already have you set, Mommy Jean. And then we have Yaya for the youth, the younger people.
Totally. Generation.
Michelle Obama, because, she's our forever first lady. Then Reese. Tracy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tracy
Ellis Ross to add a little spunk.
Absolutely.
And we FaceTime Diana. Yeah, we did. Oh, y'all, this Aquarius. Y'all know how they act. They funny. All right, so let's get a motivational quote. You haven't given some great gems throughout the interview, but if you can just give us like a motivational quote just to wrap up the show.
I always see life with the teacup half full.
I like that. So always see life with the teacup half full.
Yes, versus half empty. Like I always see positivity. In it. Sometimes people are like, "Girl, it's like let's be realistic." But I really do see positivity in everything I do.
And that's how you should move. That is really how you should move. And if they want to connect with you, support your brand, support, coming into the shops, how can they find you, Brandi?
Yes, our website is always open, and it's justaddhoney.net. Our store is on the East Side Beltline Trail, a quarter of a mile from Krog Street, across from Kevin Rathbun's and Ladybird. And that's open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., closed on Mondays. And you can find us on all socials. Just Add Honey is our name all across Instagram, TikTok, Threads, blah, 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 all the things. And then my book, Leaf to Launch, you can purchase on our website, on Amazon. I also do small business coaching, and we're a good time.
Yes, they are. And if you need to ever host an event,
Yes.
I'm talking about like they do baby showers, they do Sippin teas.
Yeah, we have a tea blending class going on right now.
Oh, tea blending classes.
Yes.
Building
tastings.
Building exercises for work.
Yep.
Anything like that.
We'll even come to you.
Oh, they'll come. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you do like paint like things? The Sippin.
Yeah, so we'll
paints?
partner with or collaborate with other companies for like a paint and sip. We've had a young lady come and do a flower workshop. We've had a stitch and bitch where they come and like stitch and have tea and sip tea with that. One of our employees will be teaching a watercolors class the first day of spring. We have quiet coloring every Sunday where you literally just lay out art supplies, and we have a room where there is no talking from 4 to 5:30. So we are always having a good time.
Is that for adults?
Anybody.
I need to come.
So if your
there.
baby comes, they can't talk.
Oh. Well, I'm the baby that will talk, but I will have my music.
Well, you can come before 4. Look, after
no, I don't mind the quietness.
Oh, okay.
No, I will come. I'm saying if anybody will be doing the talking, it will be me. Like, hi, do you know, ma'am?
Can I have the blue?
Yeah, right. Can I have the red cup? Like, who is in here talking? Do you like your tea? If I'm drinking it, ma'am, can you kick her out? All right, so we are going to wrap up. Brandi, it was such a pleasure having you. Listen, if you can, please leave me a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts also, and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Leave me a 5 stars. Don't just, talk to me, but leave those 5 stars ratings as well. Because if I don't know how I'm performing, I'll perform the same each time, which is awesome, but still, let me know. This is your girl, Candy Hustle, and thank you for tuning in to Dope Chick with Ambition podcast. Sip that tea, baby. Mwah.